My name is Maddie Boardman and I'm a solution-focused hypnotherapist at OID Town Hypnotherapy in Swindon. Today I want to be talking about our free initial consultation, explaining a little bit about what it is, what to expect if you're considering booking in for one. Now, our free initial consultation is up to an hour long, and it is for clients or for people who are interested in getting some help and want to understand a little bit more about what it is we do. As hypnotherapists, we are very aware that there are myths and misconceptions about hypnosis and hypnotherapy and what it is we do. And there are also lots of different types of hypnotherapists in the world. The way we work at OID Town Hypnotherapy is in a very specific solution-focused way. And we believe at OID Town Hypnotherapy that giving people the opportunity to come along, to ask questions, to meet their therapist, and for the therapist to get a bit of information about what's bringing you and how they can help, without having to make any kind of financial commitment. The initial consultation is an informal, friendly session. It involves the therapist, first of all, collecting some information. We have a form about the individual. This is our form, our information gathering form. And at the start of it, that's quite basic information. We want a name, date of birth, mobile number, email address, that kind of thing. That information, after the session, we, as the therapist, input that information into our computer system and we create a client record. We do not give that information to anybody else, and it's protected and secure under the data protection legislation. The form then goes on to delve into a bit deeper into what's brought you here, and into health and medication information. A little bit more about what's going on in your life. We want to know about your sleep. We want to know about your family situation, your health, any medication that you're on. We are checking for any ailments you might mention that indicate anxiety, like irritable bowel or migraines, or indeed anything that's counterindicative to attending hypnosis sessions. And all this information gives us an insight into the client, how they're coping with their life, and also a little bit about their personality type, which helps us to tailor treatment to them. We then get into exactly what has brought them here to the initial consultation, what it is in their life they want to have help with. And we always phrase our questions quite carefully because we're solution focused. We wouldn't ask what the problem is at the moment. Instead, we would say things like, what are your best hopes from attending sessions, or how would you like us to help you? What would you like to achieve by coming here? That kind of thing. Unlike maybe some other therapeutic interventions, we don't ask about things that have happened in the past that may be challenging or traumatic for you. We're very forward focused, so for some people that's quite reassuring. It's quite a relief that they don't have to go into details of their past. If they want to, we'll listen and we'll take that information from them. But oh, my dogs are barking. But if they don't want to, that's absolutely fine too. For many, that's a relief. They may have been over and over challenging life events previously, and they're just keen to move forward. And the next bit of the initial consultation often tests our drawing skills. Our therapists get out their drawing pads. I use a whiteboard and markers and draw a diagram of the brain and explain the neuroscience behind our approach and what it is that we do. We explain to the client why they're feeling that way. Why their sleep might be disrupted, why they're perhaps craving sweet food or suffering panic attacks or low moods. We talk about things like neurotransmitters and the things we need to do to create the healthy ones that help us to cope with our lives. if you've watched any of our other videos, the 3Ps, we go into positive activity, positive interaction, and positive thinking. In my experience, clients usually find this part of the session pretty helpful. Once we've done that science bit, we open up a discussion on hypnosis, what the client might already know about it, any fears or concerns they have about hypnosis, and we answer their questions. At some point, we introduce, where is it? There it is, our client instruction booklet. This is our client instruction booklet. It's quite comprehensive. It is a manual, if you like, for our clients to take away, that reiterates, that consolidates everything that we've discussed during the initial consultation. We're aware that it's quite a lot of information, and we don't expect you to absorb it all in the session. You can take this home and you can read it afterwards. It's got a polar bear on the front. After the session, you'll understand why there's a polar bear on the front. It also has a section at the back where you can write this is actually kind of a part of the therapeutic process. It's your progress is being documented, and we ask you to bring that into each session. It'll also in here, this is completely free, by the way, you take this home, and it also gives you information as to how you can download a audio track, a hypnosis track for you to listen to at home. Another important part of the therapeutic process, and also completely free. So when you leave with information about what we do, you leave with the booklet about what we've spoken about, and also the information on how to download the free audio. We also discuss sort of housekeeping stuff, prices, cancellation policy, confidentiality, all that stuff. And we'll wind up the session by asking if there's any questions the client may have to help them decide if they would like to come back. And if they feel ready, we invite them to book in for their first session. And if we get to that point, then we get them to sign our therapy contract. And our therapy contract covers details that we've already discussed. Things like prices, cancellation. We might also ask for doctor's consent, so we cover that. And any housekeeping stuff, any social behaviour, that kind of thing. So we sign that with you. And clients usually leave the session upbeat, hopeful, and excited to get started. We don't offer initial consultations for smoking. It's a one-off session for smokers, but we would, of course, talk through anything you'd like to. So should you want to speak to a therapist before a smoking session, that's perfectly all right. We also do initial consultations for children, but they are slightly different. They're designed for children, so they are slightly different. So what we tend to do with children is to ask the parents to come in first and have our normal consultation where we cover all this stuff, and then we get the children to come in separately, and we'll have a consultation initial with them. It's not free because the clients would have had the free one. We start charging from that one, but it's we'll be designing it specifically for the age of the child. So that's how we do it. That's our initial consultation. Should you be interested in booking in, we'd be delighted to hear from you. And you will leave with all the information you need to make your decision about moving forward. Hopefully I'll get to meet some of you soon. I hope you found that helpful, and take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.